Well, hello, everybody. I pray that today has been exceptional for you. And there are a few things that I want to discuss within this time period that I think is going to be quite unique. Of course, there are a couple of things that I believe that are going to really change the landscape concerning the world itself and how things are going to play out. And so, for each and every individual, I think it's important for us to start identifying and recognizing really what's happening in the world. With that being said, I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Mega Boss podcast. A little bit late today, but yeah, I'm still here. So, been very, very busy with the last night was a tremendous success when it comes to our study concerning aliens and UFOs. If you didn't get a chance to see that, you have an opportunity to make sure that you get the book. You can, and then very soon you'll be able to purchase the study itself. Was an amazing night. Great turnout of um, people, several hundred people, almost 300 people that were there on last night. And so, very thankful for the success of that event. And each and every individual walked away not only with new knowledge and additional knowledge and clarity, but also a biblical perspective concerning UFOs and aliens and the authenticity of what's taking place. So, nevertheless, you'll be able to get that book. And if you go to my Instagram, in fact, let's put up how people can get in contact with me and connect with me. You can give me a follow when it comes to Facebook, Dr. Kevin A. Williams. Follow me on Facebook, Dr. Kevin A. Williams, on Instagram, Dr. Kevin A. Williams Official. And X is at Dr. KAW Official. And then we have at Kevin A. Williams 777 for YouTube. And then you can email me at megabossnews777 at gmail.com. Again, that's megabossnews777 at gmail.com. All right, one more time. I'm going to do this for Facebook, Dr. Kevin A. Williams. I want you to follow, like, and share everything that we're doing right now. Take the time right now to press that button and let's just follow, like, and share right now. For Instagram, Dr. Kevin A. Williams Official. For X, Dr. KAW Official. And then we have at Kevin A. Williams 777 for YouTube. And you can email me at megabossnews777 at gmail.com. Again, that's megabossnews777 at gmail.com. I feel like there's a lot that you can connect with us about. You can get the series concerning Fix My Life, and that is $250 for a month, and $750 for 3 months. That you can get that Fix My Life series, and definitely it will change your life. Also, you can also get the book that I've just written on aliens and UFOs, and you can connect with us in this particular way, and we can get you all the information that you need. And if you just send megabossnews777 at gmail.com, we'll forward you how to be able to get the book. Also, you can get the eschatological book that I wrote on God's science, God's algorithm to the end of days, and it's called God's Science. And I promise you, it'll be a blessing. And there's so much that I have to tell you, but can't tell you right now. But definitely excited about what is going to take place. You can also support everything that we do, and that financial support is much needed. And we appreciate all of the financial support that you send us here at Mega Boss News. So you can send it to Cash App $ Dr. Kevin A. Williams. Again, $ Dr. Kevin A. Williams. In fact, where's my phone at? If I see you send something, I'll thank you right online. All right, so and that's only for the Cash App because I can't see the Zelle. I'll try to see it, but Zelle, Dr. Kevin A. Williams at gmail.com, paypal.me/ Dr. Kevin A. Williams, and you can mail it to 1822 Sharp Road, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27406. Let's try that one more time. $, Dr. Kevin A. Williams. Again, $, Dr. Kevin A. Williams. Zelle, Dr. Kevin A. Williams at gmail.com, paypal.me/ Dr. Kevin A. Williams, as well as you can mail it to Dr. Kevin A. Williams, 1822 Short Road, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27406. All right, so let's have a little bit of a talk and a conversation. Please like and share everything that we're doing right now and get it out. I was unable to get onto Instagram today, so apologize about that. Having some technical difficulties, but we'll get all of that straightened out after today. Let's talk. Something has transpired in the world, and let's talk about what it is. Ebrahim Raisi, the president of Iran, has died in a helicopter crash, and now it has been confirmed. What you're looking at also is the fact that Iran is in a very odd position because you have some celebration that is going on in Iran. On the other side, you have people that are in mourning that's happening in Iran. Now, Iran is a key player when it comes to the end of days, and I would like for everyone to consider the fact that when people are moving off the scene, then the thing that you have to do is you have to look at a couple of things. One, who will replace that position? Who will replace that position? Two, whoever replaces that position, what would their mindset be concerning global political positions? Right now, Iran is in the heat of this war with in Gaza with Israel. They have attacked Israel themselves, as well as they have backed Hamas, Houthis, in attacking Israel. And now this man is dead. What seems to be no foul play. But he is also called the Butcher of Tehran. The Butcher of Tehran. The reason that he's called the Butcher of Tehran is because he has been credited to executing estimated of at least 5,000 political prisoners. 5,000, if not more. So he is accredited for that. And this is, and they said he played a major role in that. I have a couple of videos that I would like to show concerning this gentleman. And we're going to put them up. And I just want to, I think I probably got about 2 videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos that I want you to see. And you may see me stop and interject something. But let's take a look and see exactly what we have here. And I'll keep talking while the video is coming up. But this is going to change the political climate tremendously. The United States is not really saying much because we don't want to it misconstrued that we had a part in this. This seems to be a tragic and fatal accident that is not on the part, seemingly, of any government. But let's just say that there are governments and there are people that are not upset that this man is gone. Let's take a look.
The helicopter helicopter crash that killed Iran's president, foreign minister, and other officials is rocking Washington and the rest of the world.
Our Washington correspondent, Jesse Tenor, has more on the latest response from the U.S. Jesse?
The White House has not commented on the deadly crash, and top defense officials are still deferring to Iran for more information.
I can't speculate on what may have been the cause of the accident.
The Pentagon is still waiting on details from Iran about what led to the helicopter crash that killed President Ebrahim Raisi.
The Iranians are investigating, or will investigate, and so we'll see what the outcome is once their investigation is complete.
But Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said he can confirm one thing.
The United States had no part to play in that crash.
Search crews found Raisi, along with the country's foreign minister and other officials, dead Monday, hours after their helicopter crashed on a foggy mountainside in Iran.
Ultimately, it's the Iranian government that is responsible for the decision to fly a 45-year-old helicopter in what was described as poor weather conditions.
In a controversial move, the U.S. stood and participated in a moment of silence at Monday's UN Security Council meeting.
We regret any loss of life. We don't want to see anyone die in a helicopter crash.
But State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said that does not change the reality of Raisi's record.
He was involved in numerous horrific human rights.
That's why Miller said it's not surprising that some Iranians are celebrating Raisi's death.
We continue to support the Iranian people in their fundamental struggle for freedom.
And the crash comes as the Israel-Hamas war roils the Middle East. Iran and Israel traded fire for the first time ever just last month.
Now, I want you to remember the last statement that she said. She said, Iran and Israel have traded fire for the first time. Iran and Israel has traded fire for the first time. Now I want y'all to think about the fact that they've traded fire for the first time, and not a month or so later, he's dead. The fire, when Iran attacked Israel, they attacked Israel in the Holy City. Is it possible? Is it possible? And I know some of you all know exactly where I'm going. Is it possible that because the Holy City is considered the city that has God's name on it? Remember, Israel is El, Elohim. One of the things that I taught last night about God's name is that anything that has that God has authority or influence over has his name on it. And so this is why the last, when you're looking at the letters, you're looking at Gabriel, Michael, because it deals with Elohim. And so God protects Israel. And please understand something. The promises that God made in the Word of God still stand. So one of the reasons why the United States is considered a blessed nation, one of the reasons is because we are an ally of Israel. And so, and we fight and we war on behalf of Israel. And so with that being said, how is it that they never fought Israel, exchanged fire before, and then all of a sudden, the man is dead? And they can't blame anyone. As you heard in what was just stated, they made a choice to fly a 45-year-old helicopter in fog and rain, and the man is dead. Would you play the next video, please? Because I want to talk about him being why more detail of why he's the butcher of Tehran. And I'm gonna have them go ahead and play this other video. I'll keep talking while they pull it up. But political leaders have just go ahead and play that. It's a very short. I want you to read this. No, the man that you saw with him was the general that was killed under the Trump administration, and but that Iran said that they were going to get the United States back and get Trump back. Right now, Trump is on their top list to be killed or assassinated in some kind of way because of that man's death. With that being said, I want you to consider again that when you're dealing with extremists, and now mind you, they claim, to their credit, they claim no ill towards anyone. That when you talk about their nuclear program, they say that their nuclear program. There was an interview in 2022, and Ebrahim Raisi said that it was not for bombs; it was for electricity and things like that. They did a survey. I don't even know why I know this, but they did some kind of fact check, and what he said that he was doing for electricity, not even 1% of the nuclear program was going towards any electricity that was in Israel. And that was in Iran. That was in 2022. Don't know what has happened, but I don't think the update has changed in any way, shape, or form. So I will also give you one more. There should be one more video that I'm going to play, and then we're going to have a little talk about it. So I'll put that video up, and let's take a look, and let's have a little conversation about this situation. Because yes, this is going to be connected to the end of days. Take a look.
She fled Iran from the United States as a kid and served as a special envoy in the State Department under Donald Trump. She joins us right now. Ellie, people are celebrating. Fireworks, dancing in the street, memes, jokes. Is something going to change?
This is certainly a historic opportunity because Ebrahim Raisi was one of two individuals in line to succeed the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, who's in his 80s. And so now that he has died, we are seeing lots of celebration on social media across Iran. Fireworks, memes, jokes, you name it, tremendous celebration. And so the significance of his death, of Raisi's death, is that he was one potential successor for the supreme leader position, leaving only Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of the current supreme leader, as the only viable potential successor to Khamenei. And the reason we're seeing all these celebrations is because Ebrahim Raisi was considered the butcher of Iran, the butcher of Tehran by Iranians for his personal role in one of the greatest mass executions of political prisoners anywhere in the world. A truly hated man with much blood on his hands.
We know what he's done in fortifying Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthi rebels. We know the 300 rockets into Israel. We know about the walking away from all remnants of the nuclear deal. We know about the crackdown in society. How much of that is him, and how much is he the vessel for the Grand Ayatollah?
Well, the Grand Ayatollah Khamenei is the singular most powerful person in Iran. He's the key decision maker, and the presidential role is highly ceremonial. But Brian, as I mentioned earlier, Raisi was one of the potential successors for the supreme leader position. So he was powerful in that. He was a key regime operative.
Okay, hold it up just for a second. Just so everybody can know this, and we're going to play just some more. But let me just say this: the Grand Ayatollah actually is the supreme, not only supreme leader, but supreme authority that when you're dealing with Iran. So I don't want you to think that the Ebrahim Raisi is just, he's like the president of the United States. He has power, and he has almost complete power, but he's still under the Ayatollah. And the Ayatollah now, I think he's in his 80s, so he still has the total rule. But Ebrahim Raisi was the president, and definitely he was a very vicious man when it came to political. When it came to political leaders and things like that, political prisoners, I'm sorry. When it came to political prisoners, killed quite a bit, execution of quite a bit female political prisoners. He made sure before they killed them, he killed them, that they were raped, they were demeaned. We're talking about somebody that is considered a bad person. This is the reputation, I would say, of this individual. Let's go ahead and play.
Have this brutal streak in him, again, responsible for the mass execution of thousands of Iranians, rape of political prisoners, women, a truly brutal, heinous character. And so for that very reason, he was considered a good candidate. The interesting thing to note is that we do have a window of opportunity right now where we might see the Iranian people rise and go to the streets and demand their freedom. And in that case, I argue in a book published, a chapter of a book I published in America First Policy Institute, just published, that it behooves the Biden administration to show maximum support for the Iranian people should they take to the streets and demand their freedom right now.
Yeah. So, Ellie, can you explain to our audience, for the folks that don't understand the makeup of Iran, when you see this mass amount of Iranian citizens that are upset, but are also celebrating the death, how a guy like that was able to remain in power?
Well, it's a brutal dictatorship that took control in 1979 with the Islamic Revolution. And that's when my family fled the country because of the rising anti-Semitism at the time. When the regime took power, they immediately started executing all potential opponents and those who could threaten their power. And they have maintained power through the most oppressive system of human rights abuses. And Raisi, who just died in this crash, was also involved in brutally suppressing the Mahsa Amini protests, which we saw, the Woman Life Freedom protest movement. So a very brutal, oppressive dictatorship. And again, many Americans I know stand with the Iranian people in their quest for freedom. Right. This might be an opportunity for them.
All right, Ellie, thank you so much.
You.
She mentioned Moss's death, and there were some women who were protesting after she died, and one lost her eye, one was shot in the arm, and they were two of the ones I saw on X that were celebrating and dancing when they learned of his death. Another is an activist and a journalist here in America, and she claims that the Iranian government sent, or that he sent people here to New York to assassinate her because she's speaking out against Iran and what they do to women there.
The notorious.
But she's still alive.
Let's see what happens next.
I'm Steve Doocy.
All right, so I want you all to see something. And I got to ask you a question. She said something in this, and we'll deal with, let me say this first. Iran is where they were, if women were trying to go into modern clothing, is where the basically fashion police would come in. A woman was killed because of what she had worn and things like that. All right, so she makes a statement, and I don't know if you all heard the statement, but the statement that she makes is this: that Biden, if the Iranian people go to the streets, that Biden should send some level of support to the Iranian people for them to get their freedom and their independence. I need you to tell me something. Should the United States get involved, and why, or why not? Should the United States get involved, why or why not? I see a question here that says, will this stop the Isaac and Ishmael feud? No. Nope. No, it will not stop it. It is like if you cut off one head to grow back. It will never stop it. It will never stop it. Let me see, because I want to see now. Butterfly says we need to mind our business. You know I love these comments. Oh my goodness, I love these comments. We need to mind our business. Trying to police the whole earth. Give me another. Let's see. I don't think it's an American fight. We cannot save the world. And very interesting statement. I'll tell you why. Because the United States has been used to police the whole world, and we can't police everything. We cannot police everything. We cannot police everything. What is it? Let me see this here. No, a box of cereal is $5. They need to fix that first. You all know this is so funny to me. All right, because I'm gonna tell you my comments at the end. All right, so tell me, should we get involved? Give me another. No, leave it alone. We really need to halt on policing the world. Retire our red cape. I honestly agree. I agree. I was going to try to wait, but I agree. If somebody thinks differently, tell me. No, it definitely will make us a target. I agree with that, because anytime the United States gets involved in something, we open ourselves up to a whole lot of stuff. All right. U.S. has its own problems in America. We do. And we're so busy. I mean, I want y'all to think about the fact that we're sending, I'm not talking about millions, I'm talking about billions into wars around the country. And there are things that we're not spending billions of dollars here, right here in the United States. And I'm going to talk about the United States in just a minute, but I need to hear your comment. Put me something else up. Let me see. No, the USA should not get involved. The Iranian people and the Iranian government are separate, separate on many levels. No, they are, and I promise you, this is what I've learned. If they'll kill each other, if they will kill each other, anybody coming in foreign, you got a whole nother animal sitting there looking at you. A whole nother animal sitting there looking at you. Give me the next one. No, because this is, I'm telling you, Bishop, God's word will not change. He said he would bless those who bless Israel, and he would curse those who curse Israel. Iranian president attacked with intent. Israel first. 300 rockets. I agree. Now, a lot of people will say that wasn't God, that was just coincidence. I need y'all to answer one question. How careful is any country with their president? How careful is any country with their president? And here it is, gone. Give me another. It's time for us to focus on home. We should. America needs to go sit in a corner somewhere and take a big seat, especially out of this. We don't need to get involved. That's my opinion. We don't need to get involved. The United States getting involved is going to be a problem. No, also, isn't Iran an enemy to Israel and U.S.? Yes, in fact, they said the Iranian government said that United States is the big devil, Israel is the little devil, and they would not stop until both were destroyed and wiped off the face of the earth. That's what the Iranian government said. And you're talking about go over there to their house and defend the people that's walking on the street for their freedom? How has that worked for us in history? Did it work for us in Afghanistan? Did it work in Iraq? I need to know. I mean, this is recent. I don't even want to go into way back in history. Let's talk recent history. Has it worked? When places are so bad, you remember in Iran, I don't know if y'all remember this. You remember Iran, it was so bad until, not Iran, it was Afghanistan. It was so bad in Afghanistan, so bad, until when the United States planes were leaving, people were hanging on the plane because they couldn't get in and was trying to hold on until the plane got to the States. Come on, guys. Come on, give me another. So many domestic issues here that U.S. need to work on resolving. Tired of us helping other nations, and we have major issues here that need to be addressed. I agree. Take care of home. Take care of home. That's like paying the mortgage of somebody else's house while yours is in foreclosure. Take care of home. Pull it up. Take care of home. Spend some more of that money on paying teachers what they are worth first, as charity begins at home and then spread abroad. I think that is very important. Teachers do need more money now. And I don't see how we can pay billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars fighting Russia, fighting Iran, fighting this, that, and the other. Congress continues to release money, but we have our own struggles, our homeless situation. We just got a lot of issues here at home. Give me one more. Get involved for what? God himself allowed this. There was no other country involved in the demise of those tyrants. Not at all. Now, let me put something here, because you all know that Iran is a part of the understanding of end of days and things like that. In Daniel, the 8th chapter, the scripture talks about the ram and the goat. Well, if you read that chapter, the ram is Iran and the goat is Turkey. And what the scripture says is that Iran is going to try to go against so many different nations. That's the 4th verse. And nations like Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, Gaza Strip, Yemen. This is what the scripture says. And then Turkey is going to get involved and have to shut it down. But from that, the Antichrist is coming from that environment. That's verse 9 of the 8th chapter of Daniel. Which now brings me to something else. And I'm going to open up a can of worms here. That's why I'm waiting until the end of this to talk about it. I'd like to ask you all a question, and I want you all to give me an answer for it. What do you all think about the possibilities with all of this that's happening with Democrats, with Republicans, with all of the views and different divides, where there are class divides, racial divides, political divides? Here's my question. Do you all feel that there's a possibility the United States is in danger of civil war? Do you feel that the United States is in danger of civil war? And if so, why? And if not, why not? Put that in the chat. I want to take a look at it. I want to take a look at it. It's not if civil war is possible, it's when. Civil war usually breaks before World War. Oh, I like this. Give me the next. Give me the next. Civil war's already started. Civil war's already started. That's interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Give me the next. Yes, people are tired of government. Give me the next. And I'm going to show you all something. Because I'm telling you right now, this is, yes, I do. Too many clashes related to political views across parties. One more. I think so, and I believe it will be a result of incoming leadership. Interesting. Give me one more. There are two sides. There's two sides. Some people are tired of the fighting. Give me one more. I know I love it. I love the way that you're thinking. I love the way that you're thinking. So I think it will come close, but not actually happen. The country is interracial, biracial. There will be a conflict, but not civil war. Give me another. We're in civil war now. We're fighting over everything from race to people are fighting over how to fix their grits. We are imploding. We are imploding in war with ourselves. Give me another. This is interesting to me. This is absolutely interesting to me. Give me another, because I want to put this up and then I'm going to tell you something. We're already there. All right. So let me say something to you here. There is a movie out called Civil War. And I'm going to tell you, you need to go see it. You need to go see it. I'm going to play the trailer right now. Put the trailer up for me. I'm going to play the trailer of Civil War, and I want you to see this. Take a look.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The future president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
I'm just aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens? We're moving to D.C. today.
You need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Blooded.
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? We're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car! Move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
God bless you.
All right, so how many have not heard of this movie? Because the movie has been out. It's still at the movies now. How many have not heard of this movie? And how many have? I need to see how many have not heard of the movie, how many have heard of the movie. So tell me right there in the chat. I would like to know. Because if you have not seen this movie, I am going to tell you this is a must-see. That I have not heard of the movie. I have not heard of the movie. Have not heard of the movie. Look at this. Put it up. I have not heard of the movie. Go ahead. Y'all need to. No, I'm going to tell you about this movie. I have not heard of the movie. Go ahead. Look at how many people have not heard of this movie. There's so many people that have not heard of this movie. I have. If it's in the movies, it's happening or about to happen. This is nuts. I haven't heard of the movie. Put this up. Now here's the deal, guys, because and it's all coming in the chat. So very few people have heard of the movie. The majority of people have not heard of this movie. Now, out of all of you, I've had nobody that said they've seen the movie. I have seen the movie because movies like this, I am going to watch. And let me tell you why I watched the movie, and I'm going to tell you why I think you need to watch it. The movie is a very, very, very detailed positioning of what could happen in the United States in 2024 if we ever went into civil war. If we ever went into civil war. And even the president that they put in here, you need to watch his actions because his actions remind you of somebody. No, it is insane. Because what you're dealing with is, I'll give you one thing that happened in the movie. That you got because it's U.S. soldiers and the government against the people. That's what it is. It's the government against the people, and they clash. And it gets ugly. And the people rise up. And it's bad. It's bad. And in one of the scenes, when the gentleman is saying, "What kind of American are you?" It's simply this. If you're born in the United States, then you're an American. And if you're not born in the United States, you got a situation. The divide is crazy. And what I suggest when people are trying to figure out how does my mind work, my mind works in the direction of where the possibilities of where we're headed and the things that could happen. Why do you think then I am so busy always looking at scripture and eschatology and things like that? Every time I come on, I got this thing near me. My Bible is always near me because I've got to make sure that I'm connecting with things that is relevant to what is taking place now. So how many of you all will say, I'm going to see the movie? Because I promise you, it'll change your perspective about a lot. Now, interesting, what's the name of the movie? The name of the movie is called Civil War. Civil War. Civil War. Go see this movie and watch your perspective. Look at this. I'm telling you, go see this movie. Watch your perspective. Your perspective is going to change when it comes to civil war, and it is going to make you think. It is going to make you think. It is going to make you think. Now, it is on. It is at the movies. I don't know if you can buy it at your house. I'm not sure. But it is at the movies. And it was one of those situations that when I went in there, it was me and one more person. Let's say that. Because people are not thinking in this direction. And when you're not thinking in this direction, let me tell you, always remember this. If you're not thinking in a certain direction, then you won't be prepared when it happens. You won't be prepared when it happens. And it is something that every individual needs to take the time and go and see. You take the time and go and see it. You take the time and go and see it. All right, guys, listen. I'm right at 6 o'clock. I'm right at 6 o'clock, guys. So I'm watching all of this, and I love the fact of watching what people are saying. I'm watching what people are saying. Look at this. Look at that. People are going to go see it. I think it's important that people see this. I think it's important. Question, do you think Civil War started up again with the insurrection? I believe that it is a possibility that people are viewing things in a unique way now. The two ladies coming out of that movie said it was absolutely horrible and don't go see it. Both of those ladies need a hug. And the reason being is because you can't put your head in the sand and act like things are not going to happen. I saw the movie. I saw the movie. And I'm telling you right now, they said it was the worst ever. We can't wait to see it now. Civil War. Civil War. Go see the movie. All right, guys. I love this. I love this. When can we expect part 2 of last night's study on UFO and aliens? I don't know. I tell you what. I think that everybody's still in shock about last night. Last night was amazing. Last night was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Last night was amazing. Was amazing. Phenomenal teaching Bible study last night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, last night was amazing. So if you make sure, let's see, show people how they can get in contact with us and connect with us, because I'm going to go ahead and come on off. So Facebook, Dr. Kevin A. Williams, Instagram, Dr. Kevin A. Williams Official, Dr. KAW Official for X, also at Kevin A. Williams 777 for YouTube, and email me, megabossnews777@gmail.com. Again, that's megabossnews777@gmail.com. Also, you can support us at $ Dr. Kevin A. Williams, Zelle, Dr. Kevin A. Williams @gmail.com, paypal.me / Dr. Kevin A. Williams, or you can mail it to 1822 Short Road, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27406, in care of Dr. Kevin A. Williams. I tell you, I'm looking at this role last night was amazing, and something else, Pastor, you were on point. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My wife wants to know if Nephilims are making babies now. I'm telling you, this is last night. Last night was amazing. Yes, it was taped. It is something that's got to be sold. All right, guys. Love you to life. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow. All right. I'll see you soon. Blessings always.